Jesus, you're not a mother. We give all things already lost. Jesus, oh Jesus, and hallelujah. If you do not live house for me, you are God enough. Oh,
how you are doing today? How you are doing today? As you're coming on, please share this broadcast. Share this video to someone. Today is a women's summit. It's a conversation.
you are God enough.
As you're coming on, we live on YouTube, Motivating the Soul, and Hannah Muscle page. As you're coming on, please share, invite someone to watch. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. As you're coming on, please share. As you're waiting for our guesses. Thank you. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome. As you're coming on, share to somebody so somebody can watch. So today, we're gonna deviate in on, you know, certain things, the things of life, things that one have passed through, you know, and we're gonna pinpoint some things in societies and how society treat us. So and some of the story gonna be shared by, personal experience, personal experience. So as you're coming on, I mean, this this is gonna be amazing and this is gonna be great. Um, Yvonne, are you on? Did you get my link so you can come on? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm waiting for you. So there's a lot of things that yesterday we had a powerful program about the power of a woman, right? And today we are emphasizing on the Women's Summit, right? Empowerment. The empowerment. So it's gonna be awesome. I invited these guests before and I'm inviting her a second time. So invite someone. As we wait for her, we're gonna play some music. Come on, let me know if you have any issue coming on. Let me know if you have any issue from getting on this video. We have to empower ourselves to move to the next level in life. You know, we was talking about the power of a woman, but we're talking about empowerment. Women have the courage to empower society to change things in every aspect of life. I'm trying to message her. I don't know if she's coming on. So, what you do with the power that was given to you? Are you going to take your power as a woman to multiply our generation? Our generation have been corrupted by many things because men feel like they have everything over a woman, right? So many of us as women, the power that we carry, we're not using it. Some of us women, we're using our power, right, in the wrong place. We are using our power that was given to us. We not multiply our powers in the right way. So we need to multiply our power. What are you doing with the power that you have been given? What are you doing with that power that you have been given? What you are doing with the tools that you will be given as a woman, right? What are you doing with that? Yesterday we were talking about um different things in the scripture. As for Delilah in the scripture, how she used her power to get Samson, right? She used her power to get Samson. So Samson fall for her trap. So many of us, we have power in us. We have given power, but we ain't using the power in the right place. Even I'm waiting for you, sweetie. We're not using the power in the right place. We use our time and our effort in the wrong places. We're not bearing any fruits. Some women, when you look at their life, you see there's no fruit in it. There's no fruit in it because what you're not creating strategies. You're not planning. You're not planning. You're waiting for somebody to plan for you. You're waiting for your husband to show you what you need to do. You're waiting for somebody to pick up all the tools and begin to work, right? But you, as a woman, you have so much dwell on the inside of you. You have so much dwell on the inside of you. No, you can use that to create. What are you creating? Some of us, as mom, we're home, so we're home mom, but we have so much power. But we sitting on the TV, watching the TV all day, and you're telling yourself that you don't have nothing to do. There's nothing to do at home. Oh, I can create a business. I can create a legacy. You keep on saying those negative words to yourself, right? But you have power inside of you to create your environment. You have power inside of you to create your wealth. Maybe you are saying, "Oh, I don't have money. Oh, things are so difficult." But I tell you this: that things is not difficult until you make a step. You have to make a step. Sometimes we going through fear when we're about to do something. That thing that tell you that I'm so afraid. I am so afraid. This is so difficult for me. I can't do this, right? I don't know how to do it, but you have a power inside of you. You have everything inside of you to make that step. What do you want to see? What do you want to see manifest in your life as a woman? You got to know that you have the power. You have the power to push. You have the power to leap. You have the power to soar. You have the power to jump. You have the power. Many of us will tell you that no, because you are a woman, there's nothing you can do. No, no, don't accept that. Because you're a woman, you feel like, oh, the man is over you. You feel like, oh, society is over you. You feel like these things are over you. But know that you're sitting down and you're so depressed. Depression is waving you down. The thoughts of society, the thoughts of people around you is waving you down. But no, you need to jump up. I don't know who it is for, but you need to jump up from where you sitting and begin to create. It's time for you to create your own world. Change your own world. Because the power that you have been given, it's time for you to use it. It's time for you to change things. It's time for you to move things as a woman. I don't want you sitting down as a woman thinking that, no, I don't know how to do this. You don't know how to cook. Learn how to cook. No, maybe you married a man that is maybe is Nigeria or you are America. You gotta learn how to cook Nigerian food. You gotta learn how to cook Nigerian food. You gotta surround yourself. Surround yourself with the tools that you need to multiply. We ought to multiply out there. We came to change the world. We came to move. We came to put things in place. Know that you have the power inside of you. It's time to empower women out there to take a step, to take a bold step. No, 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 no. We've been sitting there, they have this term saying that woman is not allowed to preach. But the truth and the fact is that woman was the first one who had encounter with Jesus at the tomb. Knowing that woman is a big influence in society. Right? But some of us women, we put a doubt on ourselves. Because maybe some of us, our husband is not supportive. Your family is not supportive. People around you, they're not supportive. There's so many detoxifications around you. So now those detoxification, they continually pull you down and wave you down. So detoxification around you pull you down and wave you down. But that power that inside of you, it's time for you to use that power. It's time for you to shake it up. You say, shake everything off. It's time for you to shake everything off and begin to plan and prepare. You got to be able to plan, prepare, and push. Develop a mindset. Develop a positive mindset so you can push into your purpose. Doesn't matter what the society is saying as a woman. Say, because you're a woman, you can't do this. Because you're a woman, you can't. Don't allow them to do that. Let them know I'm a woman and I carry power. And the power that I'm carrying is to push myself into my blessings. I don't know what some is for, but we got to be able to create. We got to be able to. You don't know how to comb your child hair. You don't know how to braid your child. You got to learn. Create your environment. You have power. You have power to change everything around you as a woman. What is that thing that causing a problem? What is that thing that causing an obstacle? What is that thing that causing destruction? You are able to change that things, but some of us are laying down and sitting down and say that I can't do it. I don't think I know how to do it. No, you got to learn. If you got to go to school to learn, you got to go to school to learn it. Maybe, some of us women, we are jealous of another woman. We don't need to be jealous of another woman. If you see another woman that is doing well, you got to go to the woman, ask the woman, what is your secret? The way you dress, always on point. How you do your things is always on point. I'm really admire you. What is your secret? But now, some woman will go and start talking nasty things, Some woman will go on, saying all matter of things. What you need to know, you need to find out the wisdom of the woman. So you can learn. You don't know how to dress very well, but you see somebody that who is dressed. Ask them, what is the secret? Say, ma'am, how you doing? What is your secret? I just want to know. You're always looking well. You're always looking well. You're always looking well. So I'm waiting for my guest. So I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening. But anyway, as the spirit leads, I'm just gonna go into it. I'm gonna go into it. So we women, the power that we are carrying, the power that was given to us, we need to use it. Yes, we know that we have it, but the fact is, are we using the power that was given to us? Are we continuing to sit on the power that was given to us? We have to empower our generation, empower our leaders so they can stand as a woman. We gotta point, we gotta encourage them, we gotta motivate them. We gotta encourage them. We gotta pour into them so they can stand. Many of us as a woman, we put so many thoughts in our mind. We forget that we have power. We forget that God has given us authority. We forget that we are gold. We forget that we are special. So many of times, we'll sit down, we'll cry around, we sober all day, we go into the place of depression, right? Instead of we to take a step, we don't take any step. Instead of we make a move, we don't make a move. We're sitting around and we keep on toiling on the problems. We keep on toiling on what our environment is saying. But know that you are a woman and you have the power to create. You have the power to do things. You are a woman and you have the power to change things around you. Maybe you grow up, or maybe you're living in an area where maybe look poverty. You may be looking like a poverty area, right? And when you look at your environment, you say, no, I can't do anything in this my environment. I can't develop myself in this environment. But you're looking at the current situation, but you're not looking at the deeper things of yourself. You're not looking at the power that you have to begin to change your environment. You can be in the village right now and you can change your village because the power that you're carrying, you can use it to change your village. You're saying that, oh, this village people, oh, nothing is happening. But do you have a vision for your village as a woman? Do you have a vision for your village? Do you have a vision for your hometown? You see what is going around with your hometown, but you sitting down because of fear, because of what people might say to you, because of the things that might come around you surrounding, right? But you have the power as a woman to change your surrounding, change your home, change your family as a woman. This is the Woman Summit, Woman Empowerment Summit. This is the Woman Empower Summit. So I was saying that yesterday we talked about the power of the woman. Now this is talk about the things that God have put inside us as a woman to go out there and multiply. Many of us, we can say that, but we have to take action on these things. Without action, there's no way we can multiply. You got to have a plan. You have a backup plan. What is your plan as a woman? Okay, you want to change your community. When you look around your community, you see things is not in place, right? You want to change. How do you change it? You got to come up with a plan. Maybe when you try the first plan, it didn't work. Okay, go back and create another plan so you can take the next step. This is the kind of power that we carry. We are in on this work. We are here on this earth to create things. We're here on this earth to create things. What do you want to see? Many of us as mom, we stay home. Maybe we don't have a job. You know, things, your bills are piling up as a woman. When you're looking around, you probably lose your job. Your bills are actually piling up. What do you do? Do you sit down and cry? What do you do? You start come up with an idea because the power was given to you as a woman to begin to create. You start come up with ideas. Or maybe I should start an online business. Or maybe will start a clothes business. Or maybe I will start a shoes business. You know, the idea, not only the idea, but also you got to take action on it. You got to also take action on it. When God give me an idea, I make sure I put it on a piece of paper. As a woman, the idea comes to your mind. Don't allow the idea that comes to your mind to stay in your mind, right? Because your mind is like a mystery, right? So that mystery thing that is created in your mind, allow your mind to be put, allow the things that have been created in your mind to come in the natural, right? The things that be put in your mind, allow it to come in the natural. So the power that you have been given, it's time for you to use it. It's time for you to multiply it. It's time for you to change your environment. What do you want to do? Do you want to write a book? And maybe God is telling you it's time to write that book. But you are saying, no, fear. I don't want nobody to know my story. Or I don't want nobody to say that. But that book, that book can make money for you. That book can make money for you because what, you have a powerful story that need to change the world. You have a powerful story that someone out there in the world need to hear your story. Somebody who is going through a particular problem that you have passed through, that you have gone through in the past, right, need to hear your story. God is saying that you need to write that book. You need to write that book. But no, you're sitting on that book. You allow the book to go to the graveyard. You allow that book to go to the graveyard, right? So the power that you've been given as a woman, right? It's time for us to stand up and begin to use it. You need to create your environment, create your own world. No, yes, yeah. I'm powerful, but are you really taking a step? Are you changing things? Are you moving things? Or your environment is just the same? Are you planning on going higher? Are you planning on doing greater things? So, um, as a woman, we need to write things down, try to utilize, right? Things, put things in place, right? And then watch it manifest. Don't give up on yourself. I'm trying to call this lady. So, as a woman, we have the power to change things. It's time for us to change things. I'm trying to call the guest. let's see if she's coming or not, because the truth is I'm getting out of patience right now. And that's the truth. I gotta confess. Oh my God. Father God. Father God, help us. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. Oh my God. So let's go back to what I'm saying. Maybe God is doing something. Maybe God is speaking to somebody right now, right? As a woman, you need to begin to develop yourself. When a man and a woman see you out there as a woman, they will begin to respect you. They will begin to want to know what's your secret. What are the things that you've been doing? But like I was saying, that some women are jealous of their fellow women because of what? Maybe they have nice car, the way they dress, the way. No, but you should ask the person, what is your secret?
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna be laughing over here.
So it's in a few minutes, right?
Mhm.
We're starting in a few minutes, right?
No, I already started. I've been talking to you about myself.
Oh my God.
I can
I
tell
thought
you the link.
I am I late? I thought it was 8 o'clock.
What you in Tennessee, right? What time is it over there? You in
This is 7:28.
Oh, I'm in Washington, so our time difference is a little bit different.
Oh,
Oh, you got messed up on your time.
I am so sorry.
I'm like,
Wait, what is this? Let me see here. You are in the show. Let me see. My screen is a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ooh, thank you so much.
thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, we have Yvonne here. Um, well, I was just talking some things about the power that woman carries, right?
Yes.
You
Right.
know, yeah, yeah. Some of us, we know that we have the power, but we not use it to create things, because
Right.
many of us have been through some emotional background. We have been through some intoxication. We have been through some up and down, the course of life, the destructions of life.
Right.
Right? We have been through it all, but
Yes.
we forget about the power that we carried, because of our fear, doubt, different type of things in our lives. So I was just pinpointing those things. And this comes back with your story, Yvonne. She have a really powerful story. She's been on here some time ago to share her story. And I want to say congratulations on your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God, you take the leap step of faith. That's what I'm talking about. Empowering women. You take the leap step of faith. I know that probably there was some fear going on. There was some voice going on. There was some chatters in her voice. Like that, I can't do this, but you did it anyway.
Right. Right.
Okay, congratulations. Let's congratulate her on her
Thank
book,
you.
best-selling author book. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yes.
And Yvonne is one of the students from Leslie Brown class. Leslie Brown, what's it called?
Power Voice Academy.
Powerhouse Academy. We got a
Power
certificate.
Voice. Power Voice.
Power Voice. I forgot. I don't get my
Yes.
certificate. I got my certificate already, so I don't pass.
Yeah.
I already passed. I get an A. So
Yeah, that's good. Wonderful. Congratulations.
yeah. So Yvonne is from the Power Voice Academy. We all, graduated from that. Leslie Brown taught us, about, influential and the greatness that we carry, right? And how we can use our voice to impact this nation, how we can use our voice to impact this generation. Um,
Right.
uh, give it up to Leslie Brown, one
Yes,
of one
yes.
of the world known speaker. one American known speaker. I've been one of the legacy in time, all time, every time, world time. So I want to say that. I want to say thank you for coming, and I want to say thank you so much. And we're supposed to have Elsa, because Elsa on, I was just, you guys are doing such a great job, so much passion, to change life and influence life, right?
Yes.
So I want to say thank you so much. So I'll just go on. She's not going to be here today because, our times and everything else, she's not going to be here today. So today we have Yvonne on here. She's an author. She is a speaker, international speaker, and she's ready to speak. She's ready.
Yes.
She's ready to speak, and she's ready to support you. So this is the Woman Empowerment Summit, right? So she's going to pour everything. So just go ahead and lead us.
Yes, thank you so much. And I will call you Mafo because I told you the meaning. Mafo means you come from royalty, you are a queen, you are the decision maker of a family. And so I love that name because that's my mother's name and that's exactly my mother's position. Thank you so much for having me here the second time. And first of all, I want to congratulate you and really, really thank you for the wonderful job that you are doing. You may not know, but what you're doing, it's helping a lot, especially young women and young girls out there, especially people of our community. We need to rise up and speak up and do things and empower one another. And that is just what you are doing there. And anytime that you want to call me here, I will be ready because this is my passion, my vision, my conviction, and my movement that until I die, I will live to impact the lives of women and children, especially young girls, because of the life that I lived as a child. And so I just want to thank you. So women empowerment is a very, very wonderful. First of all, let me tell you guys, I'm from Minnesota. Minnesota, the land of 10,000 beautiful lakes. So the cold is soon chipping in here with the snow, but it's going to be all right. So thank you guys so much. And thank you guys out there for watching. You've been a wonderful, wonderful big pillar behind us, behind me, because publishing a book, getting to speak on this platform, it is a dream come true for me, because this is what I've always dreamt all my life because of the community that I was born in and I lived in. All what I went through, I had taken the oath before God that when I grow up, when I escape to freedom, I am going to talk about the issues that are facing women in particular in society, both women and young girls in society. I come from a society where the woman's place is supposed to be at home, doing domestic activities, cooking, childbearing. Education was not meant for the woman. But because I had a grandmother, I had a mother who said, you know what, no matter what you're going through, so long as you're breathing, you will go to school and you will survive to tell your stories to impact the world, especially women and children. And I am so fortunate to meet very great people like Mafo here, that are really calling me through on this show so that I can expose all this. Because if we don't talk about these stories, ladies and gentlemen, we're not helping. We're not true mothers. We need to tell this story so that together we can begin to find solutions to the problems that are facing women all over the world. I thought it was only in Cameroon where I was born, but knowing and going through the experience of Cameroon and the United States of America, I have come to realize that the problems facing women and children, particularly the female child, are universal. They may come in different forms, but they are universal. And it's up to you, me, and everybody out there, our responsibility to see that we empower women and children, particularly the female child that stands to suffer the most. And it is through these platforms, it is through our voices, it is through writing, it is through talking. It doesn't matter. It is through paying attention at somebody falling and saying, hey, somebody has fallen. What can I do to help this person? Together, we can achieve all of this. And so I just want to thank you guys. I'm so excited because, publishing a book, I have always wanted to. But by the grace of God, it is only God who knows how I did publish that book. But guess what? God is always watching after all of us through somebody out there, through Marfo here. God is always watching. And so I did publish it, and 3 books are on the way. They
Wow.
just keep dragging me left and right. We need your story. We need your story. We need to tell our story. Let nobody fool you and say they will hurt you. Don't tell your story. Don't listen to that. Take that stand and said, you know what? If I am breathing today, I'm breathing for a reason. God has a reason why he kept me alive. And because I am living in a place where a lot of other little girls that were going through the same thing that I was going, I was 11 when I was forced into marriage. Some of them are no more. Some of them are living. And I am the one of those who are living. And so if I'm living, I have to do the job. I have to take this message to the whole world. Women and children all over the world are the same. It doesn't matter. Nobody knows tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for the support, for the love, for the thumbs up, for the hearts, for the everything that you've been giving me. That alone has really pushed me to break through and come through with this book. More is still to come. I am here to serve you guys, and I will serve you guys to the last minute. Thank you guys so much. So do you want me to continue, or you want to say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk
Okay.
a little bit about your story. When I saw your book, the title of your book, I was like, oh my God, this is very eye catcher. It's
Yes.
very, the content, the creativity was very, on point. So when
Yes.
somebody see your book, it's like, oh my God, it's like your book just popped.
Yes.
And I'm just curious. I did, order the paperback. I did order the paperback, but I have not get a chance to read it. But when it's really out, I would like to read it.
Sure.
So let's talk about a little about your book, because
Yeah.
I know your book is a very PowerPoint. There's some PowerPoint. There's some things inside of it. Let's talk about your book a bit.
Yes. Yes. The book title Stormborn. Stormborn is a wonderful masterpiece of phenomenal women, powerful women
Mm,
all over the world who
mm,
have gone through some difficulties,
mm,
domestic violence, abuse, rejection in their lives. And they survived it. Because they survived it, they feel that it is their responsibility to tell their stories to the world, to put these stories into this book called Stormborn, so that the world can begin to read about these stories, and also to put in this book the resources that help them to break through, to go through their situations in life. And most often, these are married women who
mm,
went through abuse, from one abuse situation to the other, and some of them even beginning from childhood, like me. And so, when you see Stormborn and you see this woman dancing in the rain,
mm,
it is women who said, you know what, enough is enough.
mhm,
There are women who drew the line in the sand and said, no more to abuse,
mm,
no more to rejection, no more to categorizing women as being second class, no more to thinking that there is inequality between the man and the woman, no more. We are asking humbly that we be recognized as equal members of the human race and
mhm,
no more, and so that we can play our part. Women are the cradle of all society. They cradle the whole society. Women are caretakers. We do most of the things that matter in life. So that is why we say if we don't do that good, it means we want our own children to continue the kind of abuse and rejection that we went through. And we don't want that. We want to build our society, especially during this time of the coronavirus, where you see little kids are committing suicide. We are here as women. Women by nature, the way God created us, we are the cradle of our society. We have to look at somebody who is crying. We go close, we wipe the tear, we ask, what can we do for you, to help you survive what you're going through? So that is why you see these women, they came together, they said, that's it. We can't take it anymore. That is it. We have to be respected. We have to be loved. We have to be given that equal opportunity to strive as women, to be educated, have the right to build our own businesses, have the right to be paid equal amount of money for doing the same job.
Yeah.
And so we said, we will do it. And we did it. We did it. You see me here today. I am not the Yvonne that was about 20 years ago. I am a child that came from a very, very poor family. Poor not because my mother chose to be poor, poor because of the way my mother and her children were treated. And so this book, you see the woman dancing, those are all the women dancing in the rain because they didn't just survive. They are thriving survivor of abuse and rejection. So they're dancing in the rain, telling you that you can go through any kind of abusive situation in life, but you can still make it. And dancing means that you are dancing in your own abundance, rejoicing in your own glory, telling the world that you can do it if you are determined and you believe that you can do it. I was determined to survive so that I can help my community. Now I'm in the United States. I am also helping. I will help all over the world. That is the meaning of that book, ladies and gentlemen. It's a powerful book. I encourage every one of you. It's for everybody. Buy it, read it. Build a library for your child. Build a library for somebody. Buy it and give to somebody who cannot buy for themselves. This book is going to help charity organizations all over the world, especially organizations that have gone through abuse and rejection. And I really want to thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to talk about that book. I can just keep talking, talking, and talking. Just go in there
No,
and read.
that's very powerful. I mean, I'm just sitting like, wow, because the capture of the book tells a lot. It tells a lot. The woman dancing in the rain. Like, not every woman can dance in the rain when so many storms, so many things are going on, so many fears going through the mind, so many battles going to mind, facing a broken relationship, facing some kind of rejection, abuse. And it's not easy to be dancing in the rain and dancing to the tune when you are being molested, when the world rejected you, when your mom put your back on you, your father put your back on you. Everybody looks like they at you all the time,
Mhm.
right? So
Right.
seeing a woman dancing in the rain, even though she was going through a particular problems, she was going through a particular circle, right? But I know it was not easy for her. But the dancing will help her to become strong. I really love that. I really love that.
Yes. And that is so powerful because in life, as a child, you don't understand certain things.
Mhm.
But as you grow up, then you begin to understand. Now, as opposed to then when I was a child, I begin to appreciate the things that happened to me. They were very hurtful situations that no child living should ever have to be put through. But I was put through and I survived. And now, because I survived, I tend to thank everything that happened to me because the woman that I am today, I thank God because of what I went through. Because what I am doing for myself and the kind of determination and belief that I have to go through all what I'm going through now with a smile on my face because of those difficult situations. Because we need to think about the scriptures. The scripture teaches us a lot about suffering. When you suffer with a very clean mind, when you are truthful, when you are humble, and when you know whose you are, you will come out of every situation triumphantly. So I am saying that without pain in this life, you will not have gain. Without real pain, you will not have real gain because real gain lasts forever. If somebody would have told me that I will still be here today, I would not believe. If somebody would have told me that I will be writing books and publishing them, I will not believe it. God has a purpose for every one of us. And so When we go through our pain and we're still breathing and we're still talking, we need to thank God. We need to take pride in our own pain and thank God for the fact that we are still standing. Because when you go through that, nothing can break you anymore. Those past, they're there. They will never go away because history does not go away. It depends on what you take out of that history and move on to a better future. So that is what I had to do. I had to convert everything, and it's a daily battle. It's not just something that is easy. I talk about it now, I laugh. It's been for years that I've been working on myself, reading the scriptures, talking even to myself, doing all kinds of things. Until now, I'm dancing in the rain. The rain is my own abundance that is coming. And I want everybody, for everybody out there, I've seen everything that people have been writing to me. And you guys made me to succeed. It wasn't easy to write a book. It's not easy. At one point, I just wanted to quit. I just wanted to give up. I said, no, I cannot do this. But because we had very good mentors and we were writing in a community of women who know what they're doing because of what they have been through, we supported one another all through the way. And this other one that I refuse to take the 3 books. I'm like, no, why are they giving me this again? I don't want it. They say, Yvonne, we need your story in those books.
Yes.
And I am going to be there. Even now I'm talking to you, you're going to be part of those books because your name is going to be in those books. It's going to be. There is no way that it cannot be because you have been part of this process. You have been part of it. So I just want to thank God. Most often, let's focus on, if we go through any difficult situation in life, let us focus on what can I do out of this situation. Let us not focus on revenge. When I was a child, I focused on revenge. My mouth did not close. No matter whether they beat me, I have scars of survival all over my body. I turn those scars like I am a child born, a star that is born out of scars, because I am. I could have died. But my mouth saved me. My mouth and writing. I write all the time. I read the Bible. The Bible is here all the time. First thing in the morning, sometimes I read it throughout the day. And we have to begin to focus on what is it that I can do out of this situation? Because if we focus on the negative, it's not going to get us anywhere. It's not going to get us anywhere. And I don't fight with people. I don't query. I read. I ask questions. I'm always researching on one thing or the other so that you can build yourself. Classroom education is not enough. That is just a beginning. You can go and get 10 PhDs, but the moment you don't focus on building yourself, especially with the greatest book of wisdom, you know where to be found. Because of all what we are talking here, all what I'm writing about, all what has happened to me, it's right here in this book. It is here, right here. And let's focus on it. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a minister. But this book is the greatest book. There is nothing that can help you in this life. Without that, you go to this book. I'm telling you. And so I'm just so grateful for everything that is happening to me. And I'm grateful that you're exposing me more and more. You're exposing, pretty soon they'll give me another load of work again, but which is still good. Thank you so much for that.
Awesome. One thing is that, we are our brother's keeper, and this is kingdom business, right? When you understand kingdom business, it's not about kingdom business, not about you, right? Kingdom business is about everybody that's around us, everybody, right? So when you begin to rely on yourself, you fail so quickly.
That's right.
Things will not move well for you. But when you understand this is a kingdom business, and you have to apply kingdom principle. When you apply kingdom principle, that's how it will work for you. But if you feel like you're in the kingdom and you're not applying kingdom principle, how can you be fruitful? So it is better for us to be our brother's keeper. If we can be our brothers, our sister's keeper, we can stand tall. If there's a scripture in the Bible talks about the wall of Jericho, they come together and begin to walk around the wall with one agreement, with one mind, and that wall came down. So if we can come together with one mind, with one thought, that's what we're supposed to do. But because there's some distraction between us, not allow us to connect. That means you're not in kingdom, but when you're in kingdom, you come together and you multiply. We have to multiply. If we multiply, that person who you have been pouring into can pour into another person, and that person into another person, and into another person. You see the line, right?
Right.
The line is expanded. The line is being fruitful, right? So I believe that we carry one another weight. We have to carry one another weight. We try to carry it by ourselves. When we carry by ourselves, guess what? We feel so burdened. We feel so this heavy load on our shoulder, right? Like you saying, maybe you going through such an abuse. You're afraid to open up, right? You're afraid to talk to somebody. You carry that abuse situation by yourself. The more you carry it by yourself, the more you become so burdened, the more you go into a place of depression, the more the fear of the mind, the more the battles of the mind begin to take totally control of you. But when you come together in agreement with understanding, that person will begin to push you up, rise you up. You will be able to stand up. That's why this is kingdom. Whatever you're doing, whether in your business, in your home, always remember you have to have a kingdom attitude. You have a king in your home, not even about a church. Not only the church is a kingdom. No, business is a kingdom. The hospital is a kingdom. They gotta work in order. If they don't come together in a hospital so they can take care of the patient, how can the patient be taken care of?
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the same thing as business is called management. You got to be able to manage some things. That's where the power of the woman, the power and the influence the woman have society and around the world. Right? So
right. That is all right. That is very, very good, important that you're saying these things. I am so happy to hear you talk about these things in those ways, because kingdom business doesn't just apply in church. Everywhere, even in your kitchen, when you're eating, even when you're walking the streets, even with your neighbors, everywhere. If you do not put God's kingdom business in everything that you're doing, you're not going to get that far. You're not going to get that far. God created us, the entire universe, as one, as a whole, but gave us different talents. Or some the same talents, but different ways of expression. That is the beauty of creation. That is the beauty. It is not because you are more than me or I am more than you, but together, when we bring all these things together, we make a very great impact on ourselves, our loved ones, our neighbors, our community, and why not the world? It is so true. Nobody's an island upon themselves. Nobody was meant to ever be an island. An island is somebody who lives by themselves. When you live by yourself, you start creating a mental depreciation of yourself. You act as like something is wrong with you. No. That's why even at my job, thank God that I was so quick because I'm on call now. I always tell people, take your job as though you're serving God. Because without God, you would not be at that job. Without God, you cannot be able to get out of bed to even drive. Without God, you can't even have anything. Whatever we do, like we are speaking now, we have to speak with the notion of kingdomship, that we are in agreement with God. And being in agreement with God is not because you're going to see God, because God is spirit. It is because I have to be in agreement with you. I have to be in agreement with others, with the audience, with other people that are watching, whatever they're watching in the world. That is what it means. We have to be each other's keeper, like you rightly say, because we've been so distracted, like you say, but with a lot of things that are not serving us or even serving God.
Mhm.
You know, there will be no need for me to see you somewhere and don't stop and say, "Hey, sister, how are you doing?" There is no need for that. The world has been so distracted for selfish interest that is not helping. We
Mhm.
have been doing that for long, 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 400 years plus. It's not getting anywhere. Why can't we learn and come together in an agreement, knowing that God is the one who created everything for us? Why should we want to separate ourselves from one another? People don't grow. People are not healthy when they begin to fight with one another. A lot of
Mhm.
times Satan comes into our midst and try to make us to fight against one another. We don't need that. We don't need all of those things. We have to come as one. We work as one. We help one another. What can
Mhm.
I do to help this brother? What can I do to help this sister? Any help is big help. It doesn't matter. The moment you have that mind, good mindset, and a good heart to help somebody, whatever you give, no matter how small, God magnifies it. And the scripture says it. You will need to create a vacuum in yourself for God to continue to fill it. That means you have to give. You give to give. You don't give with an expectation of anything. Because I'm telling you, Marfo, I was growing up, the way I was brought up, I thank God for my mother, especially my grandmother who is watching from heaven now. My grandmother blessed me in a traditional way with a traditional ritual that it would take days for me to be able to go through that. And my grandmother said, "You will leave from this community and seek freedom." And bless me, wash me in the traditional way with water, bless me with something like the camwood, and said, "Go out, wherever you go, cook, especially for the old and the young. Help women and children in all societies. Help people." And I began to cook at a very young age. Every time I will cook like 2, 3 times a week. I will take it to the older population. I will invite children. I will feed them. Even in my house now, 3 weeks ago, I had to invite all the neighbors. I'm new to this neighborhood. God gave me this home in June. And that is one thing that I asked God for, and God gave it to me. And I said, me living in a home like this, from homeless to owning a home, that is something big. These people came. We rejoiced, we prayed, we were happy together. It is so, so important. There is nothing that we can do that is so important like sharing the mission, the word of God with other people. There is no way I can't survive. That is what made me to be alive. I would have died. My grandmother recruited a Sunday school teacher to be teaching us. We follow the principles of the Bible in order to survive. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Kingdom is very important. And I really want to thank you because you so raised those points that everyone needs to hear out there. And keep raising them because we need it. And every day, it's a repetition. We have to repeat it every day, reminding ourselves because if we deviate from those ways, we will fall. We will fall. Thank you so much. You take over from there. Maybe I'm talking too much.
No, 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 no. You're not talking to him. When it comes to speaker want to speak. If you are a speaker will speak all the day, all the time.
Yes, yes, yes.
There's a quote talks about speaker. When you give a speaker a microphone, all she or he want to do is speak.
Yes, that's true.
And then sometimes you got to remind ourselves, hey, you got to slow down. People got to go home. Things
Yes,
got to be done, right?
yes,
But when it come on to speaker, we speak, we impact life, we change
right,
life. This
right.
is who we are. This is the blueprint of ourselves, and we are so hungry to change life.
That's right.
We are so hungry to change the world. What
Yeah.
Leslie Brown say? I am hungry.
Yes, I'm hungry. I'm hungry to speak.
I am hungry to speak. When Leslie Brown shared his story about how he bought his mom his first house,
Hmm.
he was not always the person he is right now. he went through a process and he applied those principles, but because he has the mindset, he have the mindset of hunger. I am hungry to change life. Leslie Brown, that he have a unique story. He decided that I must put my mom in a better house.
Right.
I must make an impact. We have to put a praise on the prize, because if we don't, we're not going to know where we are going as a woman. So Leslie Brown was so hungry till he went to a place that he couldn't even imagine. Leslie Brown, he went on so many platforms all across the world, being a radio representative, doing all these massive things on TV shows all over the world. When he share your story, you'll be like, oh my God. You realize that there's a principle and there's the path that he walks on, right? Now that he's sharing his story, he pour into other people like me, people like Yvonne, to also pour into other people. That's kingdom.
Yes. I think there is a little noise coming when you speak. I don't know if it's coming from that direction or not. Do you hear me clearly?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that is when you speak, there is some noise coming, but that's okay. We'll go through. I am a fan of late Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou. That's a powerful woman. I studied some of her works in university, and I'm so grateful because me and you are here today because some people took the time to pave the way for us. We didn't just appear here. Yeah. We are driving on roads that other people worked for us. We are utilizing a lot. Look at the internet. Somebody created that. We didn't create it. We are doing a lot of things. We Americans, we've become so complacent because we do not appreciate what we have. We have everything. God has given us everything. But we need to be grateful for those things. Somebody like me, I never knew that I will be walking, driving on the streets of America. But God knows why. So I borrowed this quote from Maya Angelou. She said, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. That's the decision you're saying, your mental capacity. You have to be able to decide that, you know what, despite my condition, despite what I went through, I will thrive. Like you talk about Leslie Brown, that is so true. I highly, highly respect Mr. Les Brown. The way he was born, abandoned, in a building with a twin brother on the floor, and adopted. And he went through that. He said, he will buy the mother a home. He achieved that goal. And he will raise money for prostate cancer. He achieved that goal. What is there that we cannot achieve if we put God in the midst? We can achieve everything. Coming here today, I thought about women empowerment so much. And I researched about it a lot. And, I wrote a few things down here. And one of them says, no one can make you feel inferior without your own permission and consent. Nobody can make you inferior. As a woman, you have to empower yourself. We carry gold within us without even knowing that we carry it. Because the way the woman is gold, the woman is everything that society needs. That is the way God created us. Nobody can ever make you feel inferior unless you accept that position of inferiority. It is only by word of mouth. Mouth does not kill you. It's the way you take it when somebody says, oh, look at you, you're inferior. I'm black and proud of who I am. I'm black and beautiful. I am black and powerful. I'm black and intelligent. It does not matter. The same with every color. Every color, whether it's green, red, yellow, we came from the same great parents. And we disseminate into different societies depending on the weather. And so there is nothing that somebody can tell you that will make you inferior unless you put yourself in that inferior situation. So women empowerment is closely related to female empowerment, which is a fundamental human rights. And it is also very important to achieving a more peaceful, happy, and prosperous society and family. the woman can prosper. It is your fundamental right. You were born with prosperity. You were born with health, wealth, and happiness within you. Nobody should ever tell you otherwise. Be it a husband, be it whoever. Like I have gone through two relationships that I was so put down that I almost committed suicide. But thank God I didn't. But now nobody can take that away from me. The way I've so empowered myself that no matter who says what or what, that is them. And I urge every woman and every female child out there, stand up for who God has created you to be and do not listen to the lies that people are telling you, because people cannot give you out of what they don't have. Whatever lies they are telling you, that is what they have inside of them. They don't have any better, because anybody that gives you better, that is what they have within them. And so they will give it to you. Those who don't give you better because they don't have better, they want to drag you into their own company so you can be like them. Stand up for yourself and be humble, not being arrogant. Stand up for yourself, be humble. Know that you're a child of the Almighty God. And when you humble yourself, God will raise you up. Very, very important. You know, this principle, there are so many principles that govern women empowerment and the female child empowerment. So many. One of them is that all people are to be treated fairly at work. The job place all over the world, the women are treated as though they are less than the men. Why? That shouldn't exist, and we shouldn't let that happen. You and I are here. You created a business there where you bring people together through kingdom principles. That is something that is most important than creating other things. This is where you raise the spirit of the woman. This is where you raise the spirit of the people to know that through kingdom, through the principles of the kingdom, they can be anything, they can achieve anything, and through that they can take to empower their own children. Because charity begins at home. You empower yourself and your children and your loved ones, your neighbors, and your community and the world. You are here, they're watching you all over the world because of the good program you have made, created based on kingdom principle. Very important. That is why when you call me on your show, no matter what I have, I will have to cancel it, because it is through the kingdom that I survived and to be talking here today. And I'm so grateful for that. So a lot of principles govern the woman. Another one, to ensure the health and well-being of the woman, we have to create that space of equality, that space of respect, that space to revere and love the woman and the female child, to know that they were created in the same image by Almighty God. And nobody has that right to put them down or to look down on them. Very important. What do you think about those?
Yeah, that's very important, because we have to be able to create our own world and our environment. Because, like I was saying, that society intends to put a pressure on us, but we got to be able to rise. We got to be able to stand. We got to be able to push into that place.
Yeah, very, very important. You know, there are so many ways through which we can begin to empower the woman and the female child. Education is number one. You know where I come from, like I said before, the education of the female child is not important at all. Maybe things are changing now because the world is changing so rapidly, but it wasn't that important. You know, parents, especially the fathers, they prefer to give their female children away in marriage, where they will collect what is called a dowry. And the dowry, they destroy it because of greed. Dowry is just a traditional aspect of our culture, that when a female child is going to get married, to ensure her safety and happiness, the man and his family have to pay a token, because nobody can buy a human being, so that they will prevent abuse, they will prevent other things that might come against the woman. But some of the fathers now, they turn it into where they can use their female children to make money out of them. And so it's like they're selling you out. And so that is what happens. So we need to start empowering our female children, those of us who have gone through all of that, and other people that we know that they are going through. We empower them. Education is very important, not just classroom education, education where they will read the Bible, they read the principles of the Bible, they apply them in their daily lives and activities. Those are the most important thing, because without that, I would have been gone long time ago. I would not be here talking. We went through every single day with the principles of the Bible. We live by them. Everything that we did by them. And it is very important. It is helping a lot of people. Women are typically underrepresented in power and even in decision making. Why? We are the cradle of society. We have to be able to give that opportunity and that respect so that we can participate in decision making of every sector of our economy, even in schools, because without the woman, the child cannot thrive well. Without the woman, the home would not be in organization. So these things, again, I will always refer to the Bible. Without the Bible, we cannot get anywhere. We cannot get anywhere. Let us all turn to the Bible. We can form community groups, prayer sessions, where, or even just reading sessions that we read the principles of the Bible and see how we can apply them to our daily life. It is so, so important. Look at the way there is a lot of chaos going on in the world, even in our country. School shootings, committing of suicide by children, because we have deviated from what matters most, which is the Bible. We have deviated from them. But there are still some of us here, like Mafo is there. She preaches on that because that is who she is. That is what she knows. And we need to learn these things from her. We need to support organizations like her own so that she can begin to continue to preach this good message to the world, because she's helping a lot. It is through this platform that I'm here talking so that people can hear us, know that it is so, so important. We shouldn't have to take God out of our homes, out of our schools. Things will go bad. And it is high time that we bring it back and taking this principle to raise especially the female children who suffer and the women who suffer most in society. And, I'm just wondering if there are other ways that you think that we can begin to empower the woman and the female child, because this summit is all about women empowerment. So maybe you should, because you know a lot about these things even better than I do. Maybe there's some other principles that you want to add on this.
We have to, one of the things is that without a plan, without preparation, there's no way you can achieve, right?
Right.
If there's a manifestation, excuse me, sometimes the way I talk, excuse me, if there's a manifestation on the way, there has to be a plan. There have to be a strategicalize and how to do that, and make sure that what you're doing, there's a leading to do it. There's a passion to do it, so that in the midst of the process, you not fall in the midst of the ups and downs, because every development from the child, the woman, or the nation, the surrounding, right? During that process, you're gonna have hard times. There'll be difficulties, but what is that thing that will keep you in the process so you can have the manifestation, right? So there have to be a ways of create. There have to be a plan. There have to be an agreement, right? There have to be agreement. You have to agree and see how you're gonna achieve that, because they say that it don't take one day to build a Rome, right? It's like every step is 1,000 miles. So the first step you take, make sure it's on a solid ground.
Mhm.
Because if that step is not being solid, there's no way you can manifest. So in that place, it will be agreement to achieve that purpose.
Mhm.
So one of my goal is to pour into broken people because I was broken. I came from a broken home. Some people say I'm doing it. I'm really passionate about what I'm doing. Even I'm not doing it for the money because I'm just passionate about doing these things because I understand life and I have been there before, right? I understand how to feel pain and I understand how people feel pain. When I see somebody going through pain, I totally understand. It's like I'm the one that's feeling the pain,
Mhm.
right? So there's so many broken people out there that needs to be healed. Even I want to say, even women of God, men of God, or whatever, sometimes they have been through some challenges. They have been through something. They're not getting healed. So when I see pain, I understand pain, right? When I
Mhm.
see these things are happening to women, I understand because I was there before, right? I grew up in a poverty life. I faced so many things. I walked to school with no shoes.
That's me.
I no, somebody will see you. They don't know. I walked to school with no shoes. But check my room now. There's so many shoes in my closet.
Mhm.
There's so many clothes I have. I sleep comfortable, right? I don't worry about anything, right? So these are some process that we go through, and you were like, oh my God. So when somebody's sharing that story, that telling that story, it's like, oh my God. It's like that thing speaks to your soul. That thing that speaks to you, right?
Mhm.
So we have to come up with a plan. What do you want to see? What do you want to manifest? How, what do we trying to approve? What we trying to gain? What is it? Right? So
Mhm.
always it have to be a plan, right? Like you didn't know how to write a book, but even in the process, there was bumps and ups, but you were able to say, hey, in 3 months' time, I'm gonna finish this book. And I believe that you have all this plan. Probably you need to go to work. When you come back, you got to probably like spend one hour on that book, until it's completed.
Mhm.
Always have a time you start and a time you end.
Mhm.
Everything have an expiration date.
That's
So when
right.
when I was writing my book, I was committed that every day I'm gonna spend 1 hour on this. It doesn't matter how much I'm tired. I'm not a sleepy person. I'm always using my brains to do something. You know, this is how we're supposed to be as a woman, always trying to figure out things, always trying to create things. Oh, what is next? What is next? What is next? What is next? Don't say what is next. You start doing it, then you relax. There's no room for relax
Mhm.
because guess what? Our time is running out and we can't gain time. The clock is ticking, ticking,
Mhm.
ticking, and we need to move on it. We need to move. We need to take action on it. So we got to plan. We got to prepare. We got to be ready to go
Mhm.
move on that journey.
Yep.
It's a
So true.
mindset. Yes,
Yep.
it's a mindset ready.
Yep.
So we can pour, let me say this, pour into a lot of women because we need that in our society. We need that in our generation. All the detoxifications of so many women are going alcoholic, abuse.
Mhm.
So much kid in this country, so much kid in this country facing depressions because their mom on alcohol, their father also on alcohol. They are taking drugs, they are taking heroin, they are taking so many things. And when the kids they go to school, they saw their fellow students taking that stuff, taking the heroin, taking that coke, taking whatever that thing is, messing with their mind. So guess what? They cannot learn.
Mhm.
They cannot learn. So at the end of the day, those kids they fall off the path, right? So this kind of abuse in the home of the children of the mother, right? And our home is one of the main foundations of everything.
Mhm.
Our homes is the main foundation of everything. So we as a woman, we gotta stand up. The power that we have given to pour into another woman, so we can stand up, so we can rise. We were created to rise, not
Yes.
to fall.
Yep.
We're created. We have to rise,
Mhm.
rise. When women rise, the nation rise.
Of course. Yes. Absolutely.
See, the vice president, American vice president here. What's her name again?
Kabbalah, whatever they call it.
Camille, right?
Yes.
Camille, right? I know a
Mhm.
lot of people looking at her like, you know, she's a big influential. People looking at her like a woman standing in power. That's gravitation. That's that's everything. That's
Mhm.
power right there.
Mhm.
So those women that who is going through of abusive relationship, intoxication, wanted to kill themselves, wanted to give up their life, they'll look at Camille. They'll look at Camille. Look at what she's doing. Look what she's how far she has gotten.
Mhm.
Even in Michelle Obama, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Even Michelle Obama, another influential woman too as well. Look at Oprah Winfrey. They have gone through some things,
Oh
but
yeah.
they're able to stand and they can able to share their story.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's powerful.
Very, very powerful. I so resonate with what you've just said. Without a strong foundation, you'll fall.
Yes.
And like you say, the strong foundation begins with planning. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just get up and say you're going to do this thing without properly planning for it.
Mm-hmm.
And planning here means you are writing down things. You're writing down whatever thought comes to your head, you write it down. Because if you don't write it down, the thought will go away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like for me, when I get up first thing in the morning, I sit on my bed, say my prayers, say my affirmation, I get to the Bible. I read it. Every thought that comes to my mind, I put it down. I have a lot of journals here. They used to mock me at my job. They'll be calling me Dr. D. They mock me. Now, guess what? They go, shh. Nobody mocks me because of the book that came out. They say, wow, you were doing all these things. I'm like, so like even in the scriptures, I always go back to the scriptures. In Habakkuk 2:2, Habakkuk 2:2 says, write it down. Write it down on a plain tablet so that even a runner that is running, passing by, they will see it. That doesn't mean that it's a physical runner. That means you write it on the tablet of your heart
Mm-hmm.
so that it will be there, so that every time you go back there, you refer. You get up before you go to bed, you take it, you read that plan, you read it. Then when you wake up in the morning, you do your morning rituals, you read it again to yourself. All that's what I do. I have my own, I read it every day. I don't even get tired. Now that I'm so used to, I don't even have to look on the paper. I just say it. Sometimes you can even say it more than twice. Just say it during the day as you're driving or as you're even whatever. When you do that, you have given it to God. God has listened to you and taken it. And you begin to take those little steps every day, like you say. You said, before you wrote your book, you said, no matter how tired you are, you will spend 1 hour every
Mm-hmm.
day and do it. That was determination. And
Yeah.
that was a conviction that you took. And you made it. And that's the way we're supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Things were never meant to be easy because when you want easy things in your life, easy come, easy go. We
Mm-hmm.
don't want those kind of things. You want to go where nobody has ever gone. You want to go where it's a huge bush that you will be the first person to go there. You will be the first person to have that kind of plan. And you go there so that by the time you leave, you do not just leave a track, you leave a trail for
Mm-hmm.
somebody to say, you know what, I have to study this trail that Mafo has left here to see
Yeah.
what she did. And
Mm-hmm.
you that is what we meant by leaving a trail because you devoted that 1 hour. And that's exactly what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm a sleeper. I love to sleep, like you see me. But I had to say, no, this sleep is not going to help me. Sometimes when they're sleeping, I'm up at night. It's so quiet and calm. I start writing. I
Yes.
start writing. I start researching. I'll get my iPad, my laptop, my phone. I will be researching and be writing down things. It is so important. Nobody's going to do it for you. And when you take that action, God, excuse me, God will be behind you.
Mhm.
God will not let you go. He will prosper you. He did for me. I came out of nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing, out of rape. They raped my mother on in a very filthy, abandoned building, and she was only 18 years old,
Mhm.
still breastfeeding my twin sisters who were not even crawling or even sitting. And they knew that I would die. And my mother knew that I would die, but I'm still here today. And so I was taught by my mother, especially my grandmother. My grandmother was this petite woman like this, fearless. She fought like her life. She would give her life so that I can survive. And that's what she did. She wasn't educated, but she was smart enough, had the wisdom to recruit a Sunday school teacher for us, for me and my brothers. And that's how we begin to do things. I started doing farming. If you see my hands, I have blisters even here because here I have a garden here, but it's so huge. I'm
Wow.
even trying to acquire like 2 acres of land so that I can do something. That way, when I'm speaking, because I'm still building my speaking career now, so that I don't have to work for anybody. You be
Yeah.
your own CEO.
Yes.
Don't work for nobody. Don't let somebody tell you you have to work for them. No, no, no. We have been given dominion over everything on earth.
Mm-hmm.
It is left to us to accept it, believe it,
Mm-hmm.
and begin to do it as though our life depend on it,
Yeah.
because it does. It does. And God will make the universe to give way to you. It gave way to me out of nothing. So how more of you who was born in this abundance in the United States, born in this modern age? I am in my 40s. I went through hell. You say you walk, I walked for years with bare feet. If you see my toes are so open like this because sometimes I will go to the bush and look for fruits in the bush to eat. Even palm kernels, if you know what is called palm trees with
Mhm.
palm kernels. Because my mother will work, they would seize the food from my mother. Me and my brothers went through hell, but I was the protector. My mom would not shut up. And my grandmother even blessed me and said, talk, speak up, but do not speak bad language. Speak things that will uplift people, defend yourself. I couldn't fight physically. I ran away from fights, you know? And so being in this country, marrying twice in this country, I had to stand up for myself as a woman. And I said, there is a place for each and every woman to thrive in this world. Nobody has the right to downgrade a woman. Nobody has the right to disrespect a woman. Nobody has the right to abuse a woman, even a female child. But it's going on every day in our society. Before you know, they say they raped this girl. Before you know, they said this is happening. We have to stand up together. We can erase and begin to eliminate all what is being done to the woman. And that is what is called women empowerment. We give the tools that is needed. You don't empower somebody without giving that person the tools that they need. They need kingdom connection. Kingdom connection comes with the tools. Every tool that we need is in the Bible. It
Mhm.
is there. Everything that we need, it is there. But building that solid foundation depends on writing down your goals. If you don't know how to write, there are people who can write for you. There are people who can do things for you. Martha is there. I am here. There are a lot of other people. You need to ask because the Bible says, ask,
Mhm.
seek, and knock at the door. For everybody who asks will receive,
Mhm.
and for everybody who seeks will find.
Yep.
And everybody that knocks at that door, so many opportunities will come unto you. There are opportunities coming to me now that sometimes I feel overwhelmed and I start crying. I start crying not because I'm sad. I cry because of so many things. First, I am so happy. When I'm happy, I cry. And then I cry again because I think about Those that have gone, that didn't deserve to go, they went even as children. They are not here to see this glory that I am inside now. To me, I don't care about the millions. Just what I'm doing now, that is what I want to do, to impact the lives of people, particularly women and children, because we are the most who suffer in society. We need to take back our power. We need to take back our crown. God brought us, God gave us, put us in our mother's womb with a crown on our head. We need to take back those crowns, but with humility, not fighting, not arguing, not calling names. We take it with humility because it is only through humility that God can make us succeed and be truly happy. If you see any truly successful and happy person in this life, they have gone through stuff. Most of them, more than 95% of people who are truly successful, who keep their success and they're happy with their success, they have gone through difficulties in life. But because they didn't give up, that is why they are rejoicing in their own glory. They are rejoicing. And it is through kingdom connection and nothing else. Without that, I won't be here today. I will not be here today. Martha will not be here today. We've gone through stuff. We're talking as though it's in. Some people say, oh, but look at them. They're doing fine. They didn't go through anything. Oh, no, we went through. When you go through those things, you come out, oh, you can only shine and continue to shine. And nothing else can put you down unless you accept for something to put you down. And for me, no. Until I die, nobody can put me down. Nobody. Nobody. And that's how I raise my children. I'm a mother of 10. One biological child, 9 adopted from my late brothers who died because of abuse and stress. They died. I adopted their children. So I'm a mother of 10. Together, we can begin to change the rhetoric. We can begin to change the dynamics of women and children so that women can have back their power.
Yes.
If we read the Proverb 31, it talks a lot about the woman, the powerful woman, the woman that prays. The delightful woman is a woman that connects with the word of God, the kingdom. It's a woman that is powerful. And when you connect, guess what? Some things begin to happen that you don't even know. People will look at you, they don't even know how to maltreat you anymore. They don't even know how to disrespect you. Like me, it's happening to me at my job that I'm on call now. All of a sudden, people, they change towards me from name calling, from laughing and mocking at me for reading and writing, even the Bible. They go and report me that I'm reading the Bible at the job. You know, they report me, but I didn't care because I did the job. I took my job like I'm serving God with my job. And I continue to read and I continue to write. And today I am rejoicing in my own glory. I thank God. I couldn't have asked God for any more than what God has given me. I'm healthy, I'm happy, and nobody can take that away from me. Let us begin to empower ourselves and empower one another. Let us form an alliance of sisterhood that depends on the kingdom of God for everything, because everything is in there. I have been reading this Bible for as long as I was born. And I've gone through it over and over, and I keep reading and I keep discovering new things that I didn't even know that they were there. I keep doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so important. We're not just talking. Maybe you can even teach me or even teach Marfo. But we are using this platform as a way of also empowering our own self, because if we deviate from it, we cannot be happy with ourselves. We will not be healthy. So, I really thank you so much, Marfo, for all these points that you're bringing up. They are so elevating, they are so uplifting, they are so empowering to the woman. Women empowerment, this is all what it is about. Very, very important. Thank you so much for this platform.
Thank you. We said everything. I hope you guys have been blessed. This is woman empowerment. We as a woman, we need to stand up. We need to stand up. The power that we have inside of, start using it. Start using it to bless other people. Don't be, let me use this word. This word is coming, my wretched. Don't be like wretched. Don't be selfish. Don't be arrogant. Don't be proud. Like, it's me, it's me, it's all about me, it's all about me. No, it's not all about you. The power that God gives to you, it's not really for you. It's for somebody else, right? And we have to connect. We have to come together as one, so we cannot be shaken. We can come together so we can stand. The Bible says that two can't work together unless they agree. Come in a place of an agreement. In a place of agreement. So whatever you need to achieve, achieve. Yvonne say that acts. Many of the time we look at asking like, we always ask to God, God, I need a brand new car. God, I need a brand new shoe. But that's a physical aspect. I mean, that's a spiritual aspect. But what about the physical aspect? When you can go to, a woman, or you go to a man and say, hey, how do you do this? How do you write this book? How did you buy this house? That's wisdom, right? How do you do this? You need that. You need wisdom. You need to apply wisdom. That's why it's a lack of knowledge. Right? People are perishing. So we need wisdom to apply. We need to ask, not ask only to God. Asking to God is a spiritual aspect, but the physical aspect, which all of us here on this earth, you go to the person asking, how do you do this? How do you write this book? How did you were able to build this community? So we can grow. Don't keep things for yourself, right? Because the more you pour into, the more pour into you, right? He said, give, right, and you shall receive. So the more you're giving, you shall receive. Maybe you don't receive what you expected, but you receive something in a different way that is vital to you and is value to you, right? So the more you give, the more it's been added. Mine looks like it's not coming, but it's coming. It's coming, and it's a daily process. It's a daily process. So woman empowerment, we have to really take a step, a strong step, and make sure you have a why. Why do I need to do this? When your why is valuable and your why is important, you can able to take big step, even though it's scary. But you take the leap step of faith and allow it to manifest, right? We as a woman, we have to be able to take risks. Empower yourself. Empower yourself to do more, to do better, to influence others, to allow your community to grow, your home to grow, the society to grow. Put stuff out there because you already have what you need. You already have what you need to multiply. You have everything that you need. So be encouraged, be empowered to do more. And one of the thing is that we as women, for us to get that time, like everyone was saying, that you don't need to be working for people. And that's true, because society are telling us that you have to wake up and go and work. This is how they have channeled us. This is how they have created us. This is how they have programmed us. But the truth is, because you have the power, you are able to create. And that's why everyone was talking about the different type of gifts that we have been given. Your gifts make way for you, right? So those gifts, if it make way for me, what I got to do, I got to develop those gifts. I got to work on those gifts. I got to allow those gifts to multiply, right? So we don't need, if we want to really impact life, we got to create a plan. You don't need to wake up and say, I'm going to work. You're going to work for somebody. For somebody to pay. You stay in the work all day, working for somebody. You've been drained out. By the time you come home, you don't have no time. When you wake up in the morning, if you don't go to work, somebody's calling you. Hey, you got to be here. If you don't go to that place, you're going to be fired.
Yeah.
So it's time for you to create a business. I'm a business minded, so I can tell you a whole lot about this. And you have to create a business that will bring you income, so that you have time to impact lives. You have time to do what you are called to do. Even though you are working for somebody right now, but don't let that be your final destination. Work that job, don't develop yourself, invest that money. I don't know, this is for somebody. Invest that money, allow your money to grow, and have a plan, have an idea that I'm going to invest into a business.
Yeah.
You invest into that business will grow. But you have to be consistent about the business. Make sure you are led. Make sure God is showing that plan. Make sure you're not moving by emotion. Make sure you have a why. So when you invest that money into that business, you will not fall off.
Mm-hmm.
When you invest that money into that plan, things will not look so rocket. You have a plan. So when you're trading your time for money, it's like that's why many of us are so drained out in our jobs. We're so drained out. They're like, oh my God. It's not it's not what you want to do. You don't want to go there.
Yeah.
You hated that place. You hated that place. Oh my God, no, let me do this. And you don't even do the job well. You hated that place. You can't wait for 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock to get there. To get the hell out of there. No, you can't wait to get out of there.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why it's important that when you discover yourself, when you discover who you are, right, you will do it for free.
Mm-hmm.
You will do it for free. So it's time for us to create, to empower by plan and prepare.
Yeah.
The society are shunning us that no, you have to go to work, you have to do this. No, hey, it's time to wake up. They are blinding our eyes. Mm-hmm. If you keep doing that, you're helping them to grow.
Oh,
and
yes.
you're not growing.
Mm-hmm.
That company is growing. They are making money, right? But you're not growing. Your life is still in stagnant because guess what? You have been poured into them constantly, but you haven't poured into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But you have the power to change.
Yes.
I don't want to keep you here long. We have so many things to talk about. We have so many key things. I want to say one thing. Abraham Lincoln said that a woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me.
Mm. Oh.
This is a powerful quote from Abraham Lincoln. He said, a woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me.
Wow, that
I'm
is
afraid,
so sweet.
but she will not hurt me.
That is so sweet.
But she will come to my end and be going to take care of my environment. She will be going to create environments.
Yes.
That's the power of a woman empowerment.
Yes, so important. That is so good. Wow, that is so good. And before you close, I would like you to take a screenshot because I like to keep profiles. You take a screenshot and you send to me. So
that's fine. I can take a screenshot. We can take a screenshot.
Yes.
Even when I'm done, that's fine.
Yeah, that is very powerful, A woman is just that cradle, just what you just Abraham Lincoln's quote. It's just a cradle of society. When you give, I would say it in maybe in very crude terms, in a little bit. I've heard it said when you give a woman a basket of groceries, the woman is going to give you a meal.
Yeah.
When you give the woman the sperm, the woman will give you a baby. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Anything that you give the woman multiplies because they are always creating. They are always thinking about something. The woman will not go to bed and sleep peacefully without knowing what the children are going to eat the next day. They are always thinking about creating because why? We all are a piece of the master. He created us in his own image. And he also wants us to create. We are co-creators with God. And that is what God likes. And that is why God even says, ask big. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to ask big. But the only thing is when you ask, take that decision. Make those plans and take that decision and begin to do it. Don't just sit and dream. Don't just sit and hope. They will only remain hopes, they will only remain dreams. If you
Mhm.
do not nurture them, if you do not start building on them, if you do not start creating on them, they will
Mhm.
only remain at that level. We need to take action. A lot of time, if you just sit watching TV, being a couch potato, you don't take action, you will leave from there, you become mad at yourself, you become depressed because you wasted your whole time
Mhm.
doing things that are not valuable. Even the news in this, it's been for years, I don't watch news because
Mhm.
the news is so depressing.
Yes.
It's so dampening to my brain. Sometimes I develop headache because there is nothing that they're going to say on the news that is truthful. A lot of time they even tell lies on the news.
Yep.
But the average American is so docile that they accept everything that comes from the news without taking the time to find out for themselves.
Mhm.
You know? And in turn, we teach those things to our own children, which is not good. We need to take action. Action is what matters. We cannot just pray without even reading the scriptures. We cannot just sit and be wanting something without putting in the effort that is required to be put in. We need those things. Action, action, and action. Without that, we're not getting anywhere because that is how God created it to be. We need consistent action with determination and belief that it will happen. If
Yes.
it has happened to other people, it will happen to us too,
Mhm.
because it will.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. That's great. Uh, Where are you watching from? Do you have any question? Type in the comment box so we can we can answer your question. Yvonne is here. I'm here. Anyone have a question? Any
Yes.
question?
Yep. Any question? Go ahead. We are right here. We can discuss it together. And if you think about questions later on, you can leave it on this platform, and
Yes.
we will come back to answer those questions for you. And we'll also come back to give a shout out. Thank you for watching us and for even asking questions or commenting. It's so important that we interact because this is an interaction
Yes.
for all of us. So if you have any questions, please ask your questions. We are here for you.
Yeah. If you have a question, just type in the comments box, or you can come back later. We address the question.
Right,
Okay. So I
right.
want to say that we're gonna run up. I said thank you so much for your time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for what you have done. And I will say God richly bless you, and um your new book. Congratulations one more
Thank
time
you.
again. Awesome, awesome. Please, she
Thank
just
you.
released her book. Where is your book? It's on Amazon.
Tom, yeah, Amazon #1 best-selling author.
Yeah, it's number one best-selling author on Amazon, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can get her book on Amazon. We can get our book on Amazon. Okay.
And if you guys need to reach me too, I am on all social media platforms. And I also have a website. It's www.buildinghopesandreamsglobal. www.bhdg, if hopefully I'm saying it right, Building Hopes and Dreams Global. Let me
Maybe
see,
later on you can
Building
time in the
Hopes
comment
and,
box.
yeah, www.bhdg.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can reach me anywhere. I'm always online every day, writing, speaking, whatever. Or you can reach me through Hannah's platform too. Very important.
Yeah.
Any question or any other time that you think about anything, we are here for you. We are here to serve everybody. But thank you so much for watching this Women Empowerment Summit. It is so important. And thank you.
One more thing. Sunday's asking a question. She said, "How can I get that school, Power Voice Academy?" Um,
Oh, thank you so much for asking that question. The Power Voice Academy, it is a it is a class or a school offered by Mr. Les Brown, and you can Google Mr. Les Brown. When you Google Mr. Les Brown, you will find his website. He is
yeah,
all over. He's known internationally. Number one speaker,
yeah.
writer in the world. So you will find him, Mr. Les Brown. Les Brown. You will find him everywhere. And if you still can't get it, come back to us. We will do that. But you will easily get him. If you go on YouTube right now, just Google Les Brown inspiration. You will see a lot of it there. And you will get in touch with him.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, and let me let you go now.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure and super excited to always be here. And I look forward to another time together again like this one. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful, peaceful night.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.
How do I turn it off?
Thank you.
You are good. You have done it all. You are good. You are good. You have done it all.
Oh, beautiful music. Woo. Elsa missed something today. I'm gonna tell her. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Thank you.
You are God. You are God. You are God.
I want to say thank you guys for watching. You have a wonderful day. God bless. I hope you enjoy this empowerment summit. You have a wonderful day. Goodbye.